Hello people, today I'm going to be doing two movie reviews, and that is for one, Raya and the Last Dragon, and two, Chaos Walking. I saw Raya and the Last Dragon Saturday, and I saw Chaos Walking, half of it last night and half of it this morning. So I'm fairly fresh on Chaos Walking. But anyways, let's talk about Raya and the Last Dragon first. By the way, I am totally winging this video. I literally have my Letterboxd review pulled up, and I am just gonna go off that because I did not really feel like making notes. And no, by the way, this is what my letterbox looks like. Follow it if you want to. Yeah. It has my if you want to see my most instant reactions, letterboxed. There you go. Anyways, let's talk about Raya and the Last Dragon. I thought that was a great kids movie. I thought I liked it. Kids movies aren't of course they're not my favorite, but I'll watch them. It wasn't a bad movie. I don't see myself going back and watching Raya and the Last Dragon. It's not a movie for me per se, but like if I had my nephews or nieces over, this would be a solid pick for them to watch because, and for me too, I could tolerate this movie, and I'm not saying that like I could tolerate it. Well, I like it as a kids movie. It's just I don't necessarily, there's childish elements that I don't really see myself really looking back on. But the action in this is just crazy. I remember I was very impressed by the originality of the action and the story itself. This movie is very original, and we're so used to Disney nowadays, making the same crap, but, in different packages. And so it's nice to see something new. And by the way, that sword that Rhea has is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, it provides a lot of cool action parts. Also, the James Newton Howard score, I thought, was really, 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 really good. The movie does fly by, and it really fast. And of course, it's like an hour 47, I believe, so it's not like, oh, that was a long movie that felt short. It was just a short movie that felt short, and that's perfect. It also has one of those messages that, it goes best with the year 2020 we just went through. It really does. The animation here is also just mind-blowing because if it was really done in quarantine, all this animation, it's mind-blowing for what it really is. Two problems. I thought that the first 30 minutes or so was very exposition heavy, and there's one point in the movie where they literally recap something that just happened, but I'm like, you think I'm stupid? The movie just showed me what happened, and they literally just recap it for you. And I remember it kind of threw me off for a little bit. But yeah, this is very much a top tier kids movie for me. And it's, like I said, it's original and fresh, and I'm going to give it an 8.2 out of 10. The next movie I saw was Chaos Walking, and I barely wrote anything for this, so I'm going to throw my iPad over there. Chaos Walking is a new Disney, cannot say her name, Daisy Ridley and Tom Holland movie, and I thought this was gonna suck. And it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but yet it still wasn't the best movie I've ever seen. Tom Holland and Daisy Ridley they're fine. They're not giving the best performances ever, but they carry the movie. It's just the biggest problem, obviously, even though the script does get really smart with the way it does with noise and stuff like that, that's really fascinating. And a lot of since it's a premise, it provides a lot of cool situations that you wouldn't even think about if you actually had noise yourself. A lot of even trying to suppress it. And I like the way that this movie makes you actually think in your head, try to not think about something, but instead, well, if you heard it out, it really gets in your head with the concept of the noise. The concept of the noise is definitely my favorite part of this movie. It's just the plot itself. It's a tag game. It really is. It's just it's a game of tag. It's, oh, we're gonna or like a really extreme like episode of scavenger hunt or whatever. Like, it's just, for what the premise is in this fascinating, well, somewhat fascinating world, it has all these cool elements on it, but it never really distanced itself from what the difference between this planet is and Earth. Because it's just like, oh, we're on a different planet, but it never feels like it on a different planet. if I would have completely thought it was Earth if they never told me it wasn't Earth. So I wish there was a little bit more originality to it. But yeah, like I said, there's some fascinating elements in this movie, some great concepts. It's just it was a lazy execution for a cliche action sci-fi movie with emotional beats that we've seen a million times, twists we've seen a million times, and yeah. So anyways, I want to give Chaos Walking a 3.8 out of 10. So those are my reviews for Raya and the Last Dragon and Chaos Walking. So yeah, anyways, like, share, subscribe, and stuff like that, and adios.